This is another Conversations with Satan. I just checked and Martin, Luna, Olivia, what a story I got to laugh about though with myself. So now she's insinuating that she's different people. I looked at her page and this is the same person that said I fell in love with Jesus, so I'm fine. He can deal with haters. So this person's now trying to insinuate that they're different people and that she's Jesus. So that is another common theme that links her, Martin, Luna, Olivia, to other people. The other people that are trying to say that talking a we and a they, saying that Jesus is Lucifer, Lucifer is Jesus. All those people link up. Saying that Lucifer is Jesus and Jesus is Lucifer links up with that guy saying psst and having his profile picture look like Jesus and then have a snake on it, Pennywise, and talk about something about a father. I mean, these people are all linked together. That's the same. It's like one of those graphs where it's like a circle, or each one is a bunch of circles, and so so however many circles all interconnect and are. You've seen like a circle graph like that, right? I think it's called a circle graph. I don't think that's exactly it. More like this one. So, saying that Lucifer is Jesus and Jesus is Lucifer is the same thing as talking about knowing friendly lizard people. Saying that having a picture that looks like Jesus and talking about a father and a picture of a snake is the same thing as saying Lucifer is Jesus and Jesus is Lucifer. It's the same thing that connects all these people saying they're my dad. It's the same thing that YouTube comments about people talking about my dad, which is the same thing as people talking about Jesus, Lucifer, Lucifer is Jesus. When someone says they're my dad, or that, I mean, the guy said, oh, how dare you talk to your father like that on a YouTube comment, is the same thing as when someone says to me online, oh, we're coming to get you, and it's time for you to join us, and we've heeded your warnings. If you've read all my videos, all these people are all related, if you think about it like this. Now imagine a graph like this, but it's more like this, with even more circles. Saying that Lucifer is Jesus, and Jesus is Lucifer is the same thing saying Satan is Lucifer, and Lucifer is Satan. And then saying that, friendly lizard people is like the same thing. Do you understand why I'm clicking here versus here versus here? And then all these people are combining, or they all seem like different. They all talk about slightly different stuff, but in the middle, they're all connected. Is this starting to make more sense? Easy to use Venn diagrams. Now, it would be a Venn diagram with a lot more than 3 circles, because there's the Jesus is Lucifer, Lucifer is Jesus. There's the knowing, friendly lizard people. There's the Christ consciousness. There's the we are all God. There's the stuff about inside of you, God, you're inside of me and I'm inside of you. And a bunch of people talk about God being inside of them, and that there's a bunch of people that say we're the voice inside your head, we're in your head, we're coming to get you, you have to join us, we're here to protect you, saying that Lucifer, saying that the Nephilim, which is the same thing as the lizard people, coming from a religious person, saying that, talking about baby Jesus when he said he prayed to Satan, it's all interconnected. That's all these slightly different views that seemingly are all only one or two things relate to another. In the middle, they all are the same. It's the same thing as saying it's every single time. If someone said to me, "Don't talk back to your father like that," then it's like this over here on this circle, but it's connected in the same thing as. It might as well be here. You know what I mean? It's kind of complicated to understand. But when someone says they're my father, they're insinuating that they're also insinuating that Lucifer is Jesus and Jesus is Lucifer. When someone says they're my father, they're also insinuating that Jesus is a lizard person, because they're assuming that Lucifer, who is a lizard person, is Jesus. They're also insinuating that we are all God. They're also insinuating that I have to join them. It's all a Venn diagram, basically, that I can describe it as. And they're all linked through common themes. That's what I mean. And the people online and offline can be linked if you look at the fact that people around me have used subliminal messages to infer that they're my dad up multiple times, to infer that I'm a little girl, a little dog, and then another part of the Venn diagram would be, well, who would want to make me into a little girl or a dog when, what is making someone gay or trans? Why would someone want to do that? A pedophile or someone who's trying to make someone sin. So who is the perfect culprit? Satan would want to make me sin by being a girl or gay and would want to pedophile me at the same time. What is Satan? Satan is known as being a hive mind of reptilian people. And these people are all saying that they're reptilians and that they're my dad and that they're Lucifer, that I have to join them. What do you have to join to get in? The Illuminati. Now who's the Illuminati? The Satanists. Who's Satanists? Who's the top of the Satanist crowd? Satan. Satan is the Illuminati satanic people. Most of them. And they're on the ground too. So what does this mean for humanity? It means that there's literal demons running humanity, just like it talks about in the Bible. And they're after people like me who talk about this. Now, why would all these people be after me? It's part of the Venn diagram. Why would all these people be after me to make me sin and hunt me down for what I talk about? Because they want to hunt me down for what I talk about. They want to make me sin. They want to corrupt me. What does Lucifer like to do? Corrupt people, make people sin, make people gay, make people trans. All this far left stuff in America, it's basically normal human freedom being taken advantage of like a Trojan horse. Normal human freedom would happen eventually. People accepting gay and trans people would happen eventually, but Lucifer is trying to hijack it so that they can make people gay and trans to make God hate them, because they don't understand that God doesn't hate gay and trans people. God hates people who make gay people gay and trans. I don't want people to be made gay and trans, but if they're gay and trans, I don't want to torture them. That's just stupid. Um, so all these people can be linked through common themes, even the people who are around me. Now, all of the items that were misplaced in the stores all have to do with girls, dogs, babies, kids, gay people, and them insinuating that they're me and my father and that I'm a baby or a part of their family. And all the other stuff that isn't misplaced is just normal random stuff. Everything that was misplaced, I'd say 80% of all the items in the stores that were misplaced every single time I went in, 80% all had to do with the things I just named. Girls, or dogs, or kids, little kids. Um, they want to insinuate that I'm like their baby lizard person. And I'm a little version of them. And that also goes along with them trying to say that Lucifer and they're Jesus, and that they're my father, that Jesus is a lizard person, that they're a we and a they. What I need to do is explain like a Venn diagram. I mean, imagine one of these with a lot more. This is a perfect one, like that. That's how I can explain all this. Through all their different, if I look at each and every person, they all talk about slightly different stuff. They don't talk about every single thing being the same, but they overlap to the point where a normal human would be like over here. Because even if not even that, a normal human would be here. A normal human wouldn't even be connected, because a normal person, if a normal person said, "Oh, in the one glove thing," who would do that? Like a pedophile. A normal human might talk about the satanic Illuminati. A normal human. There are a couple people in the world that naturally, normally, as a human, think that Lucifer might be Jesus, or that, like the bright morning star. They both were called the bright morning star, but I wouldn't want to go by that name exactly. But I mean, in the Bible, I do say that because that's real. I mean, people do believe in the Bible, but I wouldn't want to go by that name anymore because it's associated with Lucifer. So, how do I say this? A normal person, would a normal person be linked to that? I mean, a normal person wouldn't insinuate being my dad. A normal person wouldn't talk about knowing lizard people, I don't think. If they did, they'd probably be lying. A normal person wouldn't talk about, like, almost anything. Like, 95% of what they're talking about. we are all God. That's something a human might think. We're all part of God, like just trying to sound cool or just like a hippie type person. But they wouldn't talk about the other stuff. Down, like he insinuated that he was God, and then he said that Christ is the second coming, and that's I can if a human was thinking that, they probably wouldn't be talking in a they in a we. So it's like that. It's like there's so many conversations that involve all of them being linked. Like these are perfect graphs for stuff like this. Especially with the names, I should make a common graph like that and try and link all these people and look at profile pictures, look at every single thing, and that's what I would need the help of the government doing. But, well, I mean, the government probably just isn't here. The government would probably rather work with them for some reason, when they want to torture the government too. And I'm trying to warn the government, but who knows? Let's see how much now. A-Ron. So, I'll keep trying to do updates on these, and anything more with this person? And they blend in just as normal kind of people. I mean, I say they do a pretty good song. I mean a pretty good um, job at blending in as normal people. So I'll keep making conversations with Satan videos. So please warn everybody and watch all the other videos, or else you might not understand the severity of this.